Okay, this is the sixth or seventh attempt at recording all of this. Um, yeah, so I'm just going to be talking about the different Liberators, starting with the standard Liberator. It's good, gets the job done. It's okay. It's nothing fancy, it's nothing flashy. Like, it definitely got better with the attachments that we can put on it and stuff, change that up. But, yeah, it is, like, just okay. And that's fine. I mean, because the Liberator is good. And there has been quite a bit of discussion about, not really discussion, a lot of opinions that the Liberator should not be what we judge all the other, like, assault rifles after, and I disagree. I think that's a really stupid take. Oh, here we go. Solely because the Liberator is not only the standard, like, assault rifle we get. Oh, come on. I haven't even brought in my guns. It's the standard weapon. It's the beginning weapon that we get. Oh, that's not good. Okay, we're just using this now. No, we're not. It's the starting weapon that everyone gets, and so it should be the baseline for at least each weapon in its own category. It has okay damage, okay rate of fire. I mean, overall, its stats are just... Oh, yeah. Like, it can cut down most enemies. So it's good in that regard, but it does have some failings. Like, the rate of fire is eh. Alright, where am I going?
Tagging map.
Its rate of fire is pretty okay. It's not great, not amazing. Recoil control, not bad. Overall damage, like, all around, it's not. Oh no. So, like, it's pretty. Oh, I hear you. Yeah, it's pretty okay. Like, the only time I would say that it gets to be, quote, good, is pretty much once you can slap a drum mag on it. Because then it has enough ammo to really tear down most of your problems. So yeah, like, it's okay. It's got good optics. It's got good attachments. It's okay. But it really ought to be what we consider the standard for judging pretty much all other assault rifles. Because if it is not better than... God damn it. See, there's another problem. Like, the stalkers. It has a hard time with them, and I need to really get rid of that stalker. Oh, I think I just found it. Like, it kind of struggles with a good majority of enemies. It can handle chaff pretty well. But I mean, if it can't do that, then oh boy. Go to hell. Do not pass it. Do not collect 200 Helldivers to munch on. So yeah. Liberator, I mean, it's got some good stuff. Obviously, the ×4 scope is going to be the best optic, or the iron sight. There's no real in between, because it only reduces your ergonomics by 1. So you might as well get the ×4 scope to get the most versatile. Its ergonomics are already good, so you don't need much more beyond the vertical grip to, reduce that recoil. Pretty much any of the muzzle devices are going to be good. Compensator if you really want no vertical recoil and just want horizontal recoil. Muzzle brake if you just want vertical and no horizontal. Flash hider if you want it to look cool, because the flash hider looks cool. As for magazines, you got two options. You either put on the big drum or you keep the extended 45 mag. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the Liberator. It is your standard rifle. It gets the job done. Yeah. Now we have the Liberator Penetrator. So we could compare. So, does less damage. It has the same capacity, has more recoil, and has the same rate of fire. Although for some reason it feels slower. I don't know why. To me, it feels slower. But the thing that it does have is medium penetration. So I've got all this unlocked. It starts with the ×4 scope, so that's pretty good. I mean, let me just throw that on. ×4 scope. You don't really need much more than that. It's got good ergonomics, good enough, so a vertical is going to be just fine. I believe it starts with the muzzle brake. Yeah, because that's a different muzzle brake. And so that's pretty good. I mean, I like to have the compensator, especially against the bugs, because I'm going to be shooting and there's going to be a lot of them there. Let's slap on the drum mag. Oh no, now my ergonomics is 32. That's still pretty good. Actually, you know what? I don't think I'll need much more than this. Yeah, this should be fine. And so, here's what I'm saying. Hold on, let me compare. That the Liberator needs to be the standard that we base all of the assault rifles under. Because it is the first one. Everything else should be better in one way or another. And because it's video game with balancing, there needs to be trade-offs. The trade-off for the Liberator Penetrator, it does less damage, but it has medium armor penetration. And I think there were some videos that people did where they did the math, and it's like the damage fall off isn't that bad because when you shoot a target that's got light armor, you're dealing less damage with the Liberator. So that 90 goes down to what is basically the same as the Liberator Penetrator when you're shooting against light armor. And then when you're shooting with medium armor, it cuts it down even further and does less damage. But it's dealing damage. That's the important bit. So yeah, the trade-off makes sense as far as balancing is concerned. You have you have a little bit less damage, but for better armor penetration. And I think the bullet velocity is a little bit higher, and so it's got like a slightly higher theoretical range than the assault rifle. But those are all meta stats that you have to like go searching for versus just what the game gives you. But yeah, so like compared to last time, I'm doing a lot better solely because I have a rifle that can pretty much take on any of my targets with relative ease. And it's able to put them down pretty quickly because it pretty much has almost no damage reduction against your basic chaff, who, you know, a good majority of them will have light armor, and then all of a sudden that 90 damage isn't there. But with this, I'm dealing the full... Oh god, there's a lot of you. I'm dealing the full damage. God, I really should have brought heavy armor. So yeah, the Liberator Penetrator is pretty much... It is better in every way than it needs to. I mean, it can deal damage to more targets. It starts with the ×4 scope. So you don't really have to do much grinding. Like, unless you want the drum mag, then you gotta grind for the drum mag. But it deals better against the bugs than the standard Liberator. It's better against the Illuminate. Like, it's really good against the Illuminate. And it is fantastic against the bots. So it does what it needs to. It is better than the Liberator in most ways. The only thing it's not is the damage, the total damage. But at the same time, a good majority of your enemies deal or have light armor, so that 90 damage is going to be reduced. So then it's already closer to the Liberator Penetrator, and the Penetrator is able to penetrate more options. So it does what is needed. It is a better version of the Liberator. Whereas the Concussive, it does less damage. It starts with the drum mag, so there's no grinding for that. It has more recoil and less rate of fire, but the rate of fire and the recoil kind of cancel each other out, so it's not really noticeable. But it has modified concussive rounds, which do less damage but stagger enemies, which is so stupid. Because you basically just need... I mean, you don't really need to do any grinding, like, unless you want the better scopes, but I mean, it's such a shit rifle that you need to build specifically around the Liberator Concussive in order to make it work, and I will show you what I do for that. Because the Concussive it just so bad. Like, it is just disgracefully the fucking worst. Alright, so first off, we need the hot dog. You could also do the dog breath, but I prefer the hot dog because I've already got gas grenades. And now I need a non-backpack. I mean, I could do the flamethrower, but I've already got a lot of fire. I think I'll just do the commando. And we swap to fire armor. As soon as it loads, so I can see it's over here. And we'll keep this because we need something for clearing out heavies or big swarms rapidly. But yeah, so to use this weapon effectively, you need to have a backpack like the fire or the gas, because you're going to be pushing your enemies back into that and away from you so that damage over time can kill them, because that's what you need to kill them, instead of just using, I don't know, a gun that can actually kill. And I'll show you how that looks, because it's not great. Like, it's doable, but it's hard.
Let our enemies choke upon their territorial ambitions.
So yeah, like, it only has semi and full auto, but I mean, you're only going to be using full auto because, once again, it's just the worst rifle. Like, it looks terrible. It feels terrible to use because you have to use a incredibly specific loadout to make it a viable weapon versus just picking a weapon that's effective in the first place. Which is really unfortunate because, like, when this first was around, it was the explosive, Liberator explosive, which I don't think it did anything in the first place. Like, it was just about the same. But, like, supposedly it dealt, like, full damage to, like, let me grab that, to soft points, like weak points and stuff, but I don't know how accurate that is. So, like, yeah, like, I'm not really killing anything. My only goal is to create a wall of gas and a wall of fire, and you just keep sweeping the area to keep everything in that wall. Because this thing just cannot kill anything effectively.
How'd you like to taste of freedom?
And like the only thing that they did nice was make it to where you didn't have to grind to get the drum mag. Awesome. Like, look at that. That took a stupid amount of ammo just to take out one dude. It's just not a good. Like, watch this. I'm hitting it, 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 I'm hitting it. And it's still summoned dudes. Like, they need to either increase the damage or just make it like an actual explosive weapon. But yeah, like if I was using other loadout, this would not be anywhere near as useful. Like, you just need some, like, you can hold it all back, a lot of the enemies, but it does not feel good to use. Because there are other, like, concussive weapons or weapons that deal, like, crowd control that are just gonna be better because they can actually, you know, damage things. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Fuck it. Bombs away. So, yeah, the concussive just... Oh, I couldn't even hit that. Like, it just sucks so bad.
Dropping a pin.
Like, they need to up the damage, they need to make it deal actual explosive damage, they need to do something to make this rifle feel good to use. Otherwise, it's just not. So, yeah. When you could just have a rifle or a primary that just gets the job done versus needing a backpack and the rifle to do stuff. Like, and it's not like it's ineffective in this mode. Like, I think this is the only good way to use it is with something like the hot dog, because it does so much damage over time, but you need them to not, you know, be coming at you while on fire. But it's just such a specific build to do that. And that takes up a whole stratagem just to make your primary viable, which does not feel good. But yeah, so like against the Terminids, this works. This approach works. Does it work well? Against the Illuminate, it works pretty well, but then you still have the problem of you need something to take out, like, the rest of the Illuminate, like the machine gun, because that can take out the rest of it. But then you have the machine gun, just use the machine gun. Just kill them all, instead of just bouncing them in and out of the fire. Because that's the main problem, like, you have to go out of your way to use a worse build than to just pick something that just works out of the bag. Ooh, yeah, supers. And it sucks. Like, I kid you not. You could do the same fire build with, say, the Coyote or the Incendiary Breaker, and it's better because you're killing the enemies faster, because there's just more fire involved.
Deploying equipment pack.
Why is it so wet here? I mean, hell, you can get the same knockback with the cookout because it has that stagger force to throw your enemies, you know, off their game. And it does better damage and can light stuff on fire, and it has like a bigger spread. So like if you really want to have this, you know, battlefield control fire build, you can do it with better weapons. Oh boy. And see, here's what I mean is I'm getting overwhelmed. Oh, that didn't go in. I'm getting so overwhelmed because I can't kill them. I have to rely on dog breath to kill them, or I mean the hot dog to kill them. And so it's just not a very good weapon. Now, there are ways that they could fix this. Rate of fire is fine, recoil is fine, but what it needs is to change it from concussive to just dealing explosive damage. Then just changing that would make this weapon far better. Just make it actually explosive bullets. I think that would solve the problem, is this, they deal explosive damage. We already have other weapons that deal explosive. Those are like medium pen, so maybe reducing the damage by like 5 points, giving it medium pen and dealing explosive damage. Still have the slow rate of fire, still have the pretty hefty recoil, but it wouldn't necessarily feel bad to use, because explosive weapons are pretty sweet. Well, that didn't go according to plan, but that works. Who's a good hot dog? Yes, you are. Okay. And now the last one, the Liberator Carbine. So, the Liberator Carbine does the same damage, has slightly higher recoil, and has a much faster rate of fire. And I put a drum mag on mine, obviously. So it, 60 rounds. So everything that's the Liberator is good. The Carbine is better. Once you get the Carbine, you don't need to go back to the regular Liberator ever again. It's the same thing, but better. Now, the reason why it has, higher rate of fire, higher recoil is because the whole package is shorter. So when there's less travel before it, fully extracts and yada, 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 and go kaboom, boom, 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 faster. Because, weirdly enough, automatic guns that are smaller tend to have a much higher rate of fire. Like a silly amount. And because that rate of fire is higher, combined with the recoil, it does make it a little harder to control. But I mean, you can put, like, the scope doesn't really change that. That only changes your ergonomics, but not by much. You put the vertical foregrip, and you can put the compensator, and you have basically no vertical recoil. It's only horizontal. Or you can put the muzzle brake and have a little bit of vertical and no horizontal. Or you could put the flash hider if you don't want, to blind yourself with the amount of firepower this thing has. And so this thing is fantastic on all fronts. It less on the bots, just because, a lot of them have medium armor. But against the squids, rip and tear. Against the bugs, rip and tear. The bots, you'd be better off using something with a little more accuracy, just because this thing is more of a glorified submachine gun with some extra range. So and you can throw this in pretty much any loadout you want, and a lot of people are like, oh, it's a primary weapon version of the I don't remember. Hold on. Stalwart. That's it. They call it the smallword. And yeah, because this thing, it also deals pretty I think it's like 90 or 80 ballistic damage with an insane rate of fire and a high ammo capacity. And you can pretty much get that with the carbine, because it's just that good. Um, the problem is you're going to be stuck with extended mags for a while, and you're going to be reloading all the time. I mean, you're reloading a lot with this too, but you're able to take your enemies out a lot faster. And if you use the short magazine, you are insane. I don't know why. You just want to be able to fire for a second and a half and then just be out. But yeah, that's the main Liberators. That's the standard 4. And once again, I'm going to reiterate, we need to use the standard Liberator, the AR-23, as the baseline for all of our guns, for at least the assault rifle category. It needs to be better than this in one way or another, otherwise it's not a good assault rifle. Because if it can't beat the Liberator, then why do we have it? Which, we're gonna be a little mean. Why do we have this? We can put a drum mag on the Liberator, and it only has slightly less rate of fire, but it has less recoil than the STA assault rifle. Why do we have those stats? It needs to be better. Hell, just give it 95 damage. Because it's also light pen. And it has a built-in flashlight and a built-in drum mag. But it also has only iron sights. I can outdo that better. It just sucks. This thing sucks. This thing's better. But yeah, that's the end of this. Now I have to go to edit this again. I'm so tired of trying to edit and record to get this video. It's not low effort. This is the best effort I can give. I don't know what is wrong, why I have a hard time with editing. So yeah. I guess I'm supposed to say like and subscribe and share with your friends or something. I've got a Discord, but I don't know if I want to plug the Discord if we're gonna have to find something new by March. Because I'm recording this in late February, so I don't know what the Discord situation is. But yeah, I've got my own group of Helldivers, the 501st Armored Battalion, which we can finally call ourselves the Armored Battalion because we have a tank destroyer now. But yeah, I don't know how to end these. Bye.